If you don't have your eyes glued to your toddler at all times, they could disappear at any moment. In high-traffic places like New York City and Disney World, parents sometimes even leash their children. Still, you'd think it'd be hard to lose a child in the secluded quaintness of the woods. So when an unsupervised 3-year-old boy from Florida wandered off into the thick of the woods, his mother was worried sick, but as it turns out, he wasn't alone. When a Live Oak, Florida toddler was playing in the woods with his siblings, his mother thought nothing of it. Seeing the little tykes frolicking and enjoying the great outdoors warmed her heart, until she looked out the window and noticed someone was missing. Her heart sank to the bottom of her stomach. What was she supposed to do? Of course, the mama, who later declined to provide her name, cried out for her son and searched the entire house. At her wit's end, she dialed 911. She contacted the Suwannee County Sheriff's Office, explaining her predicament through tears and broken words. She described the frightening situation as best she could, and soon discovered that her son wasn't the only one who blindly wandered off. Along with their sweet blonde boy, the family dog Buddy also vanished. The pit bull and the innocent toddler could have been anywhere, possibly quite far from each other. Worst of all, dogs and kids are notoriously curious creatures. Thinking about the trouble both her son and dog could easily get into made this Florida's mom's head spin. Well, patrol deputies and investigators with the Suwannee County Sheriff's Office, along with K-9 units from Suwannee Correctional Institution, were on the case. Looking high and low, they made it their mission to search every crevice of the woods, if they were even still there. It was hard not to imagine every macabre possibility, but the mama stayed strong. With no evidence of his whereabouts, footprints, or dropped belongings, though, the police were left scratching their heads. Even the K-9 units struggled, unable to locate the youngster based on his scent. But it wasn't long before the police station received another call. A perturbed neighbor called the police station, stating he spotted an unsupervised child with a dog by his side. According to the police station, the neighbor explained how the dog wouldn't let him get near the child. It had to be Buddy and the missing boy. The brown and white pup acted as a bodyguard, refusing to let any stranger approach the little one. It was both heartwarming and astounding, and definitely made Buddy a credit to his controversial breed. Due to their heinous reputation as fighting dogs, which is entirely due to human influence, pit bulls are often seen as a danger to small children. Buddy, on the other hand, seemingly would have done anything to protect his little friend. In reality, if you train pit bulls and raise them in a stable environment, they're wonderful pets. But police weren't so sure the dog wouldn't turn on the child upon feeling stressed or threatened. It's actually a myth that pit bulls are more likely to turn on their owners than other dog breeds, so the cops didn't fret for long. When police arrived on the scene, they saw Buddy alert and on the lookout, evidently waiting for help to arrive. WCTV Eyewitness News obtained police body cam footage from the search, which showed the muscular dog confidently leading the way to the boy's exact location. He knew what he needed to do to protect and save his family. Buddy acted as a four-legged GPS, steering the patrol deputies to the missing child. Thankfully, both Buddy and the toddler are now home, completely safe and sound. We imagine the mother won't be taking her eyes off her boy until he turns 18. It was such a good ending to something that could have been tragic, Sheriff Sam St. John told WCTV Eyewitness News. Well, he wasn't wrong. It's not every day that a boy and his dog return from the woods unscathed. Given their history with cases like this, the sheriff's office couldn't help but consider the worst. The little boy could have tripped and broken a bone, wandered into the street and gotten hit by a car, or even gotten kidnapped. Thankfully, they located the toddler before any of those gruesome possibilities came to fruition. Considering all the horrid news stories we take in daily, the sheriff felt this story was beyond refreshing. We're all the time putting out tragic news. I'm telling you, it feels so good to tell a good story, the sheriff continued. Fortunately, we were able to reunite the child with his mother, thanks in part to man's best friend and an alert neighbor. The Suwannee County Sheriff's Office wrote in a Facebook post. The Sheriff's Office considered Buddy a hero. The Suwannee County Sheriff's Office adorably completed the post with the hashtags "Give that dog a bone," "Man's best friend," and "Lassie ain't got nothing on Buddy." We can only hope Buddy was given lots of treats and belly rubs after a hard day's work.